This edition of the Ridley Report is brought to you by Liberty Books,
Pressure copy.
New Hampshire's pro-liberty bookstore.
At 75 Allison Street in Concord.
LibertyBooksNH.net, LibertyBooksNH.net. It's a science fiction paradise. Your source for freedom-oriented books. A great place to socialize with other Free Staters.
Check in here every time you visit Concord.
LibertyBooksNH.net, LibertyBooksNH.net.
Okay. I'm standing here with Lucy Barrett of Manchester. I finally succeeded in finding someone brave enough to give me an opposing viewpoint, kind of argue with me a little bit about this whole issue. Lucy, you're against the tax or the spending cap. Can you tell me a little bit about why?
Because I don't think that's the answer. We have to increase our taxes if we want the services that we're used to, plus extra services. Because right now, when anybody retires, they don't replace them. They don't bother to even try to accommodate all the deficiencies that are in the city. And reducing the taxes is just going to magnify that point. I don't believe in it. It's a city, and we want it to look and be as accommodating to our needs as possible. And to me, reducing the taxes is not the answer.
Well, now, Ms. Barrett, I mean, isn't there an issue, though, in terms of, I mean, you don't want to actually force people to your position, do you? I mean, isn't that what taxes kind of do?
I don't think I'm following you.
Well, isn't taxes sort of using force on people? I mean, you force people to pay the tax, right? Is that right?
Well, of course, if they live in the city and they want all the services, they've got to pay for them. It doesn't just happen.
What do you think should be done? You know, if there's a property owner that says, I can't afford this, but I'm not leaving my house, what do you think should happen?
Well, they should try to accommodate him as far as his background is concerned to see if it's a legitimate complaint, not just rhetoric.
Well, doesn't that kind of give the city authority to start poking around into the guy's private life?
Yeah, it does, I suppose, but I don't care. Don't reduce the taxes. We need the services.
All right. Well, I really appreciate your courage and being willing to go on TV and take some tough questions. It'll be at ridleyreport.com if you use the internet.
Okay.
All right. Thanks so much. Yeah. Anyway, this is Dave Ridley signing in and out sort of for ridleyreport.com. I do have a couple more things to add about the whole issue now that I'm already out rolling with my camera, but the spending cap issue, you know, for me, I'm continuing to be involved in that. I've got about 190 signatures now over about 5 days worth of work out in front of Manchester City Hall. This is, of course, a spending cap on the city of Manchester. And one thing I'd like to add is that one of the concerns that's come up is that, you know, when this was done last year and the year before actually, this whole spending cap attempt was thrown out apparently by the government. They said, oh no, there's something wrong with your petition. We're not going to accept it. We're not going to put that on the ballot. And my concern would just be, now, maybe they were being very fair. Maybe there really was something wrong. But my concern would be, doesn't the government have a conflict of interest when it's deciding whether or not you can put a government cap on the ballot when it's the government? That's the problem that I have and the concern that I have. And I'd like to know who the bureaucrat was that made the decision that, no, the voters can't vote on this back in 2006 or 2005, whichever year it was. And I want to know if they're going to pull that kind of shenanigan again. Anyway, we'll just see what happens. This is Dave Ridley signing out from Manchester City Hall in Manchester, New Hampshire for ridleyreport.com.